Dungeons and Dancers, and I am still Tubna against all odds. I play Lua, the half-elf bard, and these are my companions in duty.
Okay, I am Ember, and I play the character known as Varys, who is a Black Cat Slayer. And we have our esteemed Lord of the Game.
Ooh, yes.
Our Lordio.
I'm Machine.
Oh, no.
Some refer to me as the DM or Dungeon Master. Though, we are playing by Pathfinder rules, and as you know, in Pathfinder is known as the GM or Game Master. Some say that to game is to life. Others to dungeon is to life. Some to ball is to life. We're here to tell a story, one that lives and breathes, much like a treacherous volcano waiting to burst. Oh, fuck.
Thank
What
you,
happened?
Princess.
Thanks, Princess.
Thank you, Princess.
Yes, because we are just really stupid, slutty girls who just boob around. We don't know anything about Dungeons and
so
Dragons.
boobly right now.
Me too.
I could tell. So without further ado, Oisin, would you take us back to where our esteemed debutantes left off?
I will. I'd love to. So, glowing chains, dangling, talking masks. Conflict between a newly found friendship? Ragni's earthly homebrew and cabinets that unfortunately cannot be opened with a spit Latin finger in this scenario. Last session had it all. Lua and Varys found themselves descending down the spiral staircase surrounded by subtly glowing runes, all depicting that the diver must be returned. The room they came across, a decrepit ritual room with stone columns covered in illegible scribbles, all except for one, a name, Lua. This room would inevitably collapse around them as they narrowly escape through the next doorway, but their path back to Spanky's has been blocked due to that. Lua and Varys are now in a small oval room with odd sconces, a mechanical, fleshy locked box, cracked black mirror, a center stone table depicting a map of the island, and 3 stone chairs etched with different images. Their first attempt selecting the seating where this table was unsuccessful, and was met with Varys' head swirling with voices, maddening, overlapping voices. And as the voices subsided, she hears one clear voice echoing into the abyss that says, "Return the diver." The chairs reset as Varys takes 3 points of psychic damage. Note it down.
I got it. I'm on it.
Our heroes have opened a door. The way back is shut. Whether it should have stayed shut matters not. For as the situation lies now, the only way to go is forward. Welcome to episode 6. Sit back, relax, take a seat. Just make sure it's in the correct chair.
Screw you guys.
So, the chair, as you fall off, as I said, it resets back to its normal position. I have created a visual representation of this thing to give you all a little bit more of a clear view of these things. Is that visible enough to y'all?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Do you see the markings in the
We'll have to put
chairs?
this in the edited YouTube video.
Really takes mine for a spin.
Yeah, I was complaining that I'm such a visual person that trying to puzzle it in my mind. Even though we're really good at this visual, the theater of the mind game, the puzzles are hard without a a little more concrete. So do you remember what we tried to do before? Because maybe that's something we can eliminate.
Eyes guide the strike.
Or,
Steel
like,
guards the vault, and keys turn from fate.
Yeah.
The seer is left of the blade. The keeper never faces north. All undone. So, I thought myself to be the seer and you to be the blade. So therefore, I sat here, putting you here, and this butt seat was without a butt.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. A reminder to turn off your damn notifications. Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do my own little diagram.
This is Gorge.
Okay.
So that was on me. He's a little confident. Oh man, maybe I should have used confident.
And do you remember who sat down in their chair first?
That's what I think I did.
We tried
right?
to hold
my
It was
tail.
you. That's
said
why you
my
took
tail.
damage.
Tail.
Okay.
And which chair did you sit down in first?
I think the
You were the
dagger.
blade.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any clues that you acquired? Do you have all the clues? Did you get to write down all of those clues to reference?
Probably need to rewrite them down, you know what I'm saying?
So given all that stuff, like how do you feel about maybe what's going on in this puzzle exactly? Do you think it's who's sitting in chairs? Do you think it's order of sitting in chairs?
Oh.
Do you think
We do have the. I do have the. Never one can sit alone. The seer is not left of the blade, and the keeper never faces north.
The seer is not left of the blade, so it might be order because, well, I mean,
So-
the seer is, depending on how I'm looking at it.
Well, based on what you
Right.
said, there was a map on the table.
That's the.
Do we know which way is north? Based, is there a compass of any form on the?
It's hard. I was in gifted programs. I was.
This is true D&D, everyone. We're gonna spend the next 2 hours figuring out this puzzle.
no, you got like 10, 15 minutes. You got it.
Yeah, you said that last time. You said there was a map on the table. Does it indicate cardinal direction?
Yes. So as you see it on this image here, which I think we'll work on doing something with this image so people also can see this. I put it in
also
a
gonna
direction
edit
as
it.
you can see it so that the map on this, and I know the image on here doesn't show a map on the table, just
Yeah.
be creative. That's what this
can
game's all about. That top
I've never
chair
been
there
creative,
is
and
going to
you
be
can't make
facing
me,
north. Directly north is going to be where that top chair is.
which is the Slayer
Okay.
chair.
Yes.
Slayer chair is north, or blade chair. Sorry.
Okay.
Let me go back.
I mean, that could be an assumption, like, that is.
I am
that
assuming.
is who my character
The keeper never
generally is, but
Faces.
maybe that's not who they
the chair's
represent.
facing north, or the chair is north.
It is
The-
in the north.
It is. It's the So
So the keeper never faces north. So the keeper then doesn't. These face north. So the keeper sits in. The keeper sits in the.
Might have been wrong. Might have been worded wrong there.
Oh yeah.
I like the order of these chairs when I put it down. But
like
it
the
would
way
be
things
facing
look.
north, so they would be
Oh.
like on like direct left and right sort of thing. But I like the way that this looked more. So
Is that
this
facing
is
north?
this is retconning back that don't worry about like the facing north part. Just like
Okay. You're allowed to do that.
yeah, I will because that makes this less complicated.
the name.
But
But the seer is left of the blade. Are they not?
mm-mm.
That's what That's
Can
what
we-
the walls said.
Well, can we move the chairs
Oh.
then?
I don't know. Has anyone tried?
Because that's just.
Aren't you? Am I strong?
So I think we're gonna have to switch at least. Can we? So you said disregard the north thing entirely.
The facing north statement. Like don't think too hard about some of like the things.
Okay. So maybe we just need to switch the seer and the key.
Mm-hmm.
So that the seer isn't left of the blade.
Okay. How heavy are these chairs?
They are stone, aren't they?
Relatively, yeah.
Okay.
They might be a little heavy. Doesn't mean you can't do it.
Okay.
We could move them together. You wanna swap
Does
them?
our bard have any special abilities that could help with certain roles, perhaps?
No, I'm not good at anything.
Ooh, that's right. Y'all are fighting.
Well,
And I
Yikes.
before we asked, I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, hold on. I guess I was wrong again.
Well, I'm. Aww. My head is probably still buzzing a little bit with.
Yeah.
Did you tell me about your voices?
Not yet. We're like right there. Y'all haven't kind of role played yet. Like
Yeah.
I think you're kind of like piecing together the puzzle. But if you want to start role playing that situation, you're sitting on this floor.
Guess we could die.
Did I get evicted from the chair violently? Is that what happened?
I think you kind of stood up immediately because it was
Like a magnet would
excruciating
repel?
pain.
Okay.
Oh.
It was excruciating pain. You feel like it's like an insane influx, a flooding of memories that weren't your own into your head, and you were unable to hear anything.
Whose memories were they?
Too many to tell, really, but whose memories were they? Whose were they?
I can't do a roll to have better perception on those visions that I saw. Do I?
Because I guess you get to think about
I mean,
it.
why can't you? Why can't you try?
Okay. If there's like any.
It's
there's,
kind
like,
of
one or
something that's like not
two.
intense. It's like excruciating and really out of the blue, and you didn't really have time to think. And like I said, there was one piece that kind of like you were able to get, and
Yeah.
it said "Return the Diver."
Yeah.
At the very end, there was one voice.
I guess if there's like, I'm not expecting to get like all knowing or anything, but if there's maybe like one or two visions that like stick in my brain a little bit, I still see them flashing in my eyes when I come to.
Yeah, they weren't visions exactly, but it was more voices, like loud,
Okay.
overwhelming,
We don't
just
have
like
to worry about it.
swirling throughout your head. It's crazy.
So,
But
is that
if you want to, like, I gave you like one piece, and like, go for it.
okay?
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna ever take away your chance to roll. Please.
Just flat or add something?
No, you want to do perception for that situation? Is that what you're looking
I
for?
rolled a 15 plus 9,
15?
so
15 plus
24.
24.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. I'll feel like with that in the situation, it's not visual, but you could piece together, like, as it's kind of diminishing and less voices are there, they're all saying "Return the Diver."
Okay.
The last voice with that perception roll that said "Return the Diver" sounded like a more sultry Lua's voice. And by more sultry, I mean like weathered. More years.
Oh.
Old me?
It's like
me?
same.
Old me?
It's like her voice, but with a different
Yeah.
attitude behind it.
You with that perception, I'm going to give you that you connected like some sort of connection there. There was certain vocal patterns that are very similar, but not as happy, not as uplifting, more monotoned and to the point. A lack of compassion.
I ain't that guy.
Or maybe you once were.
Me?
I'm just a baby.
Oh, no.
I'm just a baby.
I'm gonna be like, did you just say something?
I said, I guess I was wrong again. Okay?
Oh, well, I don't know. This is kind of weird. We'll just have to try again.
I guess so.
Alright.
We can't do.
What were the clues again? Let's. Okay.
You're just not getting anything. You'll be like, stupid.
We just have to.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to keep doing that. I just gotta.
I'd like you to keep doing that.
It was not approved of, not at all.
Avi does not like the.
Oh, do you hate that sound? Oh man.
Trigger?
Yeah, it seems like a triggy. It is.
Trigger warning for Price is Right losing sounds.
All right.
Is the mime in the room with us?
Listen, no, it's
No.
I'm sure
Keep
like
going.
it's fine. We'll figure this out. Don't worry. What are the clues again? Remind me the clues.
Okay.
These are the ones.
I never I sit alone. The seer is not left of the blade, and the keeper never faces north.
Okay. All right. I think here's the thing. I think if we look at it this way, like I think we need to switch the eyeball chair and the key chair, because the eye is on the left of the blade right now.
I'll start pushing.
Wait, it is? Is it on the left of the blade? Wait, I'm kind of dyslexic when it comes to directions.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't been back to
wait,
ballet.
No, it's not.
If they're
So-
if they're sitting in the chair of the blade, I guess where they're looking to the left of the blade
I have to do
would
that.
technically be the eye,
It is?
if that's what it says. But
you're
the
sitting
chair,
Switch.
the way
Yeah.
the chairs are right now, that is
Yeah.
not the case.
So it's not to the left of it. I'm
Oh, you did. Okay, I see. what you
okay, I
did.
see. So it's to the right actually. So it's in the right place.
So the visual was a good idea.
So it is in the right place. The eye is in the right place. Or it's to the left. It's not shoot.
Take a seat and face out where the blade would be.
I am. I'm in the
You're sitting there.
Yeah.
To your left.
This is left, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is left, and that's the key.
And what's the thing say to the left of the blade?
Still think I'm the seer.
So
If
the
we switched
seer-
them and
the
it was like
seer-
that.
The seer cannot be left of the blade, which is the eye.
Yes, the eye is the seer. Cannot be left
Cannot
of the
be
blade.
left of the blade.
It isn't. It's to the right.
Huh.
That's right.
So we don't need
So there
to
you go.
move them.
Is the
I put my hands on it.
So-
It's hard to put. No.
so they're in the right place unless we need to switch for the north thing, which you said that wasn't as
Oh. No.
because it's kind of facing.
Nope.
It's not.
I think given all that, like you would have this information that you're like, wait, no, everything's in the right place.
It's in the right place. Okay. Sorry.
And there's obviously triggers attached to these.
Okay.
I think we could try to hold your tail and sit down again.
It worked so well last time.
Ah.
What chair did you sit in first?
I sat in the dagger chair.
The dagger chair. And that
The blade chair.
did not work out.
What if you're the keeper?
Maybe.
I don't know what you're keeping, but you got your name in some books, and I got my name on a wall. Anybody can be anybody, I guess, because, man, people have such fan behavior writing our names on stuff.
Does anyone want to roll a knowledge dungeoneering about
I
what's
sure
in front
do.
of them?
Heck yeah, I do.
I will.
I want my booger dice. Yeah, fine. Hey guys, I have an idea.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna roll a knowledge towards dungeoneering.
Yours is better than mine.
I don't think we've done that yet specifically to this puzzle, so let's give it a shot.
Okay.
See what we got going on here.
That is a 12 with a modifier of 9.
That's really nice. 21.
And so
So here's what you're gonna get
We'll go
from.
with yours.
Here's what we're gonna go with this. Given what you just did, interacting with this puzzle,
I got my composure back and I stopped feeling sorry for myself.
have you?
No.
No. Okay. Glad we got that out of the way. So you know from that and what just happened, these seats don't know the stank of the butt that sits in them to identify who they are and what they relate to, but you do know that this is an order of operations, what you sit in.
So it is ordered.
Yes. And you don't need to stay
So don't try
seated
to
for
sit.
it to, it's just more the right order.
Let me rub your butt and put my hand on it. Is that what you?
Not at all. But but does that make sense?
Dig in, like,
What I just
Give me
said,
your-
does that make sense?
Order
instead of us getting
operations.
burned.
You know that it's not like, oh, I'm maybe
Follow
I'm the
my
seer,
hand.
maybe I'm the blade. This table doesn't know or is aware of the person sitting in said chair, but there is an order of operation on when people sit down in said chairs.
Okay. So it has nothing to do with who we think we are in relationship to the characteristic of the chair. So no one can sit alone. So we all have to sit two at a time. Or there has to be, the seer cannot be left to play a keeper never face.
Yeah. So all the plates are going to have to be pressed
So-
down
Oh,
simultaneously
do we have anything
in the right order.
The seer can't be left.
And there
we
are
have anything
only
with
two of
weight?
you. Unfortunately,
Can we
Ragni
lay
is
down?
not here.
What good would he be?
Well, he'd be a good ass for a
What-
chair.
Would he be heavy enough?
Yes. You know he is.
Yeah, he's stacky.
Boy's loaded. Come on.
He wouldn't have to sit down. He could stand in front of it.
You can just take my stool and put it in there. Not as nice as my stool. He makes sound bites just for him.
Polishes his stool with like some nice.
It must be a nice stool.
Gotta be good.
I'm working on those images of him. I can't wait.
Okay.
Okay, so
do we have
guys,
anything? Do we have anything heavy?
the hardest thing in
What?
all of D&D, fighting dragons, fighting ghosts, wraiths.
sit in
No,
Something else to
it's
sit in
kindergarten
the-
level puzzles.
That's the thing. I think we could do it as just two, and then one state. Well, yeah.
I could stretch. And am I all faced here?
I'm really struggling with this one.
Uh-huh.
I feel really dumb.
Have you looked throughout the room of some items that might be heavy
Yeah.
enough?
Yeah. Let's look around.
I would like to. Can I perceive the room?
I'd say you have perceived
thought
the
I
room
did,
enough,
yeah.
and I've described some things in there, including the mirror, large,
the
heavy
mirror
mirror.
With the crack? Oh, right, because the paper
That's
fell
there.
Out of the
There is
crack.
the cabinet as well, like that box. That could be loose. It is sealed, but you could be able to lift
it's
it
tiny.
potentially.
It's tiny-ish. Can I?
It's probably about this big. It's but you don't know how heavy it is or how much weight you really need to like trigger these chairs.
the risk of hurting myself.
There's a few shelves. There's like empty where they had parchment and scrolls kind of stored that are all gone. This place has been ransacked, right? But there are shelves that are not attached to the floor, that some larger, some smaller, that could work. You could finagle it.
What's wrong?
But there is an order that you could do that. The only thing is,
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Wait, hang on. That's what we're.
But I know. Let's figure out the order.
you do have to figure out the order.
I'm stalling. I'm never hiring this mime again. I got him for morale, but it's honestly making me feel
Oh, I
worse.
see what he's saying. But you kind of have you got some clues in there for like order. Some of the clues is more about describing positions of things, and then there was another clue specifically that you definitely have that more describes an order of operations that you did find.
Is it the eyes guide the strike one? That's not the.
Eyes.
Could be.
Oh yeah.
Strike, steel.
I'm not gonna hold your
Oh.
hand too much.
Yeah.
Brother,
Brother.
one of my hands.
No,
brother.
wait. No, wait.
So close.
Okay. So it seems like if its eyes guide the strike, steel guards the vault, keys turn from fate. So we have to sit.
Eyes.
It's the seer first,
Eyes guide.
Then-
Eyes guide.
and
The
then
strike.
it's the dagger, and then it's the key.
Okay.
And is it
Seer. This. That. One, two,
so?
three.
I know it said never sit alone, but is it? Okay. So maybe we could find the heavy thing. I try to set... I'm a little stronger, so at the same time that I place something in the eye, in the seer chair, you sit in the dagger.
Okay. And then
And
you'll
then-
run quickly.
and then I'll
You'll sit
go-
here. You'll sit. You'll
You know
sit
it's
here.
not a quick
I'll sit-
thing. It's an order of operations. It's not
Okay.
like...
Oh,
It's not a
Yeah.
same time thing.
Okay.
And then I go to the...
So you'll put something here. I'll sit here, and then you'll just come around and
Yeah.
sit here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we can move the cabinet in.
All right, the cabinet's the only thing that we can... Is the only other thing that...
I mean, there's some shelves you can tear off the wall.
They're sitting on the ground too, stuff like that.
Oh.
I didn't get to build a full map of the room,
no, like-
unfortunately,
there's no,
before I did
like,
this all last night
stones.
really quick to give you
Another
something.
finger of a loved
Okay.
one.
But I know, that's fine.
Well, the cabinet...
I do my best with the
cabinet
time
even
that I
fit in
have.
there?
Kind of forgot about them.
I will say the cabinet and the chairs that you have there would be able to fit within the armrest. These are relatively like large
Okay.
chairs, and the cabinet's like cabinet. You also don't know how heavy it is yet,
And we haven't gotten into
or
it
tried to
yet.
pick it up,
We haven't-
or can it be picked up?
We haven't tried to get in... Oh, this is the one with the weird lock on it.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe pick up some other junk.
Have you tried to, like... Have you tried to get into the cabinet, actually?
I mean, like,
Well, we did try that, but I suspect that it's not something we can't lockpick this. Have you...
No, and you weren't able to finger it either.
Yeah.
no lockpicking,
Okay.
no
No.
fingering. I'm fresh out
you
of
have-
options.
No holes, no seams, fleshy, mechanical, awful.
Oh,
Can you sing to it?
what?
Not quite living, not quite alive.
Tell it a joke.
What's the deal with cabinets? I don't want to tell a joke. my Seinfeld style cabinet joke is not gonna come to
sing-
fruition.
Here, wait, Lewis, sing something. Like, just sing anything. Near the cabinet.
Every now and then there is a cabinet around me, and I'm never knowing why.
Non-copyright.
Open up.
Roll your performance. I don't know. This is a long shot. I'm just
kneeling,
curious.
I'm
to know
kneeling next to
if
this
it's-
cabinet, giving
if it's
it.
a pseudo-organic lock, then I wonder if it reacts
I
to.
just if it doesn't react, it doesn't react. But I will do it for. So I mean, how good I'm gonna sing is gonna be great. 18 plus 11.
To sing to this cabinet.
And I need you open now. And I need you open ever. Is it singing with me? Is the butthole lock singing? I think
does it
it
react?
Y'all like that. It does seem to react almost.
And if you only open now, then we'll be opened up forever.
no. I don't open up for nobody.
Fuck. Okay. I did all I can do.
No.
All I'm good for.
I was just curious.
Unfortunately, the song wasn't the way to open it up.
Okay.
But did it get to open up about its feelings? Well, almost.
All right. Well,
I'm glad.
Almost open up about its feelings.
I'm glad me
you
and
know?
the cabinet could have the moment.
I haven't tried it so long.
do you still have that weird crystal?
You should, cabinet.
Do you still have anything from that from Selvex?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
I got the vial of the juice. I got the butthole hand. Okay, it's not like
Oh, try. If you put your hand up to the.
man. I just don't want to think about it.
Can I? I'm gonna grab her hand and put it like kind of close to the lock.
Okay. Open up.
Her hand, Lua, you feel your hand start to burn of ice and fire again.
Oh.
And you feel a connection with this, not in a sense of opening this cabinet with that, but almost like kind of there's a sentience to it, but also an unseen connection tethered in all directions at once, and this thing is included. So whatever this is involved with,
Part of.
you are also involved and connected with as well on some level that you are not quite fully aware of yet.
So that thing's got
Does it open up?
No.
No. Not yet.
I feel like you don't want us to. I can try before we move on to the next room, but
You have to move on to the next room. There's no moving on to the next room yet.
okay.
All right, stubborn ass, emo ass cabinet.
All right.
What, Mo?
I know. Okay. I should know better. He's got something less predictable in mind. Okay.
Less predictable.
Yeah, no, I knew you were gonna mess with it. It's not a mimic, right? Please.
Is that what you're worried about? I don't know. It still
Anything
could be a mimic. Anything could be a mimic.
Okay.
Well, I
Well,
was feeling it.
let's see if we can try to lift it and put it on the
You're gonna what?
on
Take
the
the
chair.
cabinet.
Let's see if we can.
All right, go to lift this cabinet first. So
Can
go ahead and
we-
roll a strength.
I'm
Man,
gonna.
I'm done trying to open it. You know what? Manhandle the thing. Cat handle the thing. Whatever you call it.
Get my
Cat handle that
grippy
thing.
little beans.
Cat
Okay.
handle that thing. Cat handle that.
Oh, nice. 19 plus 2.
Oh,
Very great.
Strong kitty.
Very awesome.
21.
You are able to pick this up. It gives some resistance, so it does have some heft to it.
Yeah.
And then it breaks off, gives way, almost hearing like suctions of tentacles that were like fastened
Ew.
to the stone pedestal underneath it, and it almost wriggles and grabs the box more. And you're now holding this box,
sweet.
Okay. So I had
feeling
Oh, you
bits
had
of
to
it
pop it.
almost like touching.
So you had to pop. She popped it off of, like the tentacles that were holding it that you didn't see before. Like,
Yep.
oh,
Yep.
oh.
So you're now holding this box. It weighs
Let's go ahead and do.
It weighs probably about 50 pounds. She rolled so well. She's like, you see
50
her
pounds?
veins bulging out of her sick biceps, and her
50
shoulders
pounds?
are like bulbous out as well. Just like
What do you live,
big
bro?
strength.
How much do you weigh?
I imagine Varys is like pretty athletic.
Sure.
She got them CrossFit girl bodies.
Uh-huh.
Fucking strong as shit. But you're now holding that. What would you like to do?
Okay, well,
Okay.
I don't like the tentacle. What the tentacles in the floor are just there now? Like,
Is it?
No, on the case were the tentacles. So it was holding itself to that, and you pulled it free. And now they kind of have like. Think about like what Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean is like
Yeah.
that sort of thing, but with little suckers too. But they're kind of like riling around on your fingers and arms slightly.
Does it feel like
Gooey and disgusting
Let's
and
hurry up and-
freezing cold.
let's hurry up and try the order before you.
Does it
But,
feel like,
like-
I could have just? Does it feel like I could have just like? Well, can I just like drop it and like cut it open if it's a creature?
It's not fully a creature.
It's
I described that before when you looked into it. It's mechanical and has
bitch
some
cabinet.
aspects of something different. It's where it does have some sort of weird sentience as well. Not too intelligent, but sentience.
Do we
Yes.
want
Do
to?
you
say-
get the sense of doing that? No, you don't.
I guess they say the same thing about me.
Well, we need something. We have,
Drop you on the ground and cut you open.
do we have anything
No.
else in the room that we could?
find out what's inside.
Oh man, I feel like.
Take from my body.
You're already holding it.
All right, we're gonna go over to
My
the
apologies.
table.
There's other things in the room for sure. There like I said, it's sparse, but there's like bookshelves that are definitely not going to weigh as much. There is the mirror that if you can dislodge it from the wall would probably be heavy enough. It's relatively large.
Okay.
And then this cabinet as well, which you have managed to dislodge and hold.
All right, well, let's go ahead and pick it up. I picked it up and I was like, all right, all right, Lua, I'm gonna need you to.
can take the
All
other
right,
end.
all right. Good. No, I got it pretty good. You're gonna have to go over.
I don't
You're
want to
gonna,
touch it anyway.
you're gonna have to go over to the dagger chair.
Makes my butt hand hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want me to sit? Do you want me to sit? You want me to sit? Do I sit now?
All right, hover. Hover.
Okay.
Time it.
Okay.
1,
Okay.
2,
Okay.
3. Plop.
Where'd you put
Plop.
it?
Huh? I put it in the eye.
Okay, so
I'm sitting in the dagger.
you plop the cabinet into the eye seat as it drops,
Maybe I'm still hovering.
and you wait.
Do I plop now? Sorry.
No, you already did.
I did plop.
Yeah.
And then you see
Sorry.
a rune shine on the table in front that you did not see before when you made the wrong choice.
Okay.
Lua does the same thing as this happens in the dagger. Another rune shines.
I think we might all be on something. I'm not burning. I only have the regular warmness on my butt.
Okay. And I go, I walk around the table back to the key chair, and I hesitantly take a seat after my last, like, you're like,
Another rune shines.
okay.
Okay.
A couple of things happen.
Let's go.
You notice that this table and the map lights up. But on top of it floats, almost like holographic, but it's magic. Okay.
What's my name?
A map, an underground system of caverns and rooms, including this one that shows you a doorway framed by 2 sconces leading to the outpost.
Okay.
Another thing that happens is you hear whirring and wriggling, and that cabinet unlocks, and the fleshy, sinewy tissues dissipate and melt into the creases of this box until you're looking at a very normal cabinet.
God damn it. I was trying so hard.
Sing to it. Sing to the cabinet, she said.
I don't know. You never know. Like creative. Sometimes I just.
You noticed that it was sentient. I didn't make those voices for no
real
reason. You heard
D&D.
those voices from it.
Sure.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Look,
Well, it's this kernel. I mean,
look, I like to think outside the cabinet. Okay?
sometimes life's hard, man. Life's hard. I don't want to be in this box. I want to be up top, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You didn't try to talk to him at all.
When's the last time you were held by a woman cabinet?
we're.
If people want to know stuff that they could have known but didn't get to, let me know. I thought about doing that
No. That's
little
so
Patreon
mean.
thing where I actually describe things that could have been
that's
seen.
a good idea. I like that.
Not necessarily the story, but there's some things that's like, ooh,
Your
these are
Goosebumps
things.
choose your own adventure. Could have
You
been
are
just a one
choosing.
page.
This is
I think
choosing
it's
your
all
own
choose
adventure.
adventure. Duh.
Y'all are sitting in these stone seats, and you see this cabinet in the seer's chair open. Not fully open, but you hear it unlock. It is unlocked, and then the wriggling, disgusting
Does it still
is gone.
Oh,
Gone.
he's gone.
Gone.
Oh,
Dissipated, melted back into the box. Gone.
what's in the box?
Just a normal box. A little bit of that.
I've had that before.
I don't know. Does anyone want to get out of their chair and look in the box?
Does anyone?
No.
I don't want to get up. I'm scared.
No. First, wait.
Let's assess ourselves.
Like
Zones of assessment.
So
Yeah. Why don't y'all have a moment to yourselves in character while you're
look-
sitting here and this happens?
okay, that. How are we doing? Let's stay here. Let's look at the map before we get up.
Which doctor cut off my Fantasanix?
Well, is there a way that we can record them? We're all just gassy. I'm sorry. The hot dog
dinner. Hot dog dinner does us dirty.
Oh man, I just tube meat. It's always the best and the worst idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tube me?
So
Tube me.
That's what they used to call me.
Tube me.
do you keep
Me too.
like I'm like
Let's inspect the runes. I would like to inspect the runes. Knowledge
but like
for the runes.
from your seat though.
The runes?
Not rune knowledge. Rune knowledge.
Oh, those
Yeah.
runes.
Knowledge.
Yeah, go for it.
That would be arcane.
You want to do some linguistics, maybe?
You think it's language?
Yeah,
I'm asking you like you didn't make it. Is that what you think?
maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
It could be.
You want to do linguistics?
All right. I would love to. Okay. I'm getting my bearings about me. Okay. Lower person. Bad feelings down. Good feelings up. We have to take it. We have to be present. We have to be in the moment. Right now. We cannot go into our heads and tell ourselves those things we tell ourselves that our bodies tell us about how we'll never amount to anything if we don't actually
Lua, you got it. It's okay.
Where
You
am I?
got it.
I'm here.
You got it.
Hi.
Lua.
Okay. Hey, yeah.
It's good.
Hey. I'd like to take a look at the okay. So obviously our butts aren't on fire, right? So it can't be too wrong. Emo cabinet over there, he's
Okay.
quiet. Good. Right? Bitch cabinet.
Here's what I think. I think this.
Okay, good. I'm gonna look at it.
At the cabinet?
No.
No.
At the runes.
You looking at the runes?
Runes in the map. There's a map of like.
Do a linguistics check really quick.
Yeah.
Wrong way. Backboard.
Before I ask you about the languages you speak.
It's gonna be 17 with plus 9. 17 plus 9.
It's really good. These are abyssal.
Ah!
Do you speak abyssal?
I'll speak it. I can read it.
I think
can read it, kinda?
got canon.
I think with the knowledge that you know, you
My name,
notice
I could read my name and the other stuff.
in front of the cabinet in the seer, the rune means eyes guide the strike. In front of the blade, in front of you, it says steel guards the vault. And in front of Varys, it says keys turn from fate. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
So it's the
It's
exact
the same thing.
It's the clue. But the clue you found was not in abyssal, it was in common.
Oh.
So is this
So this is older. Someone else already translated this. Someone else has obviously been here. This place is.
or does it mean
better
that
days.
there's one version, there's like a dimensional portal here? Because there's one version that's in abyssal and one version that's in common. So people that are more likely to speak common come in from one direction, and then the other direction is from people who speak
like
demons
up and down?
speak abyssal. Might be
Right.
like there might be a dimensional portal.
Perspective.
Change your perspective.
Well, I don't
That's
have
what you get from that.
I don't have this craft unlocked, but I do have like a +3. I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna take my chances at it. At a craft, like all the basic ones, I have like just a natural +3, and I guess it's like a Slayer thing.
Okay.
Oh wait, I do have painting. I did put some in painting for a little bit of
Painting.
flavor for my
Yeah,
I'll bring it all
cool.
over. Can I do I guess like if I have like some paper on me, can I like paint the map, or can I draw the map?
Yeah. Yeah, you wanna transcribe the map?
I just want to try to record it the best I can.
Okay, yeah. Let's use your painting one.
I forgot that I did that. I was like, I was
like
trying
when
to
I'll be
build
able to
this
swim
like fantasy
someday.
character, but add
Yeah.
a little. We were trying to add a little bit of like our actual like real life selves into it.
You're a
And, like
flanderization
dumped
of
some random
ourselves.
stats into some personal flavor, so that I was like, oh, this is perfect. Okay, I'm a vicious
Honestly?
killer who likes to paint like landscapes in my in my free time. Okay,
That's not that far fetched, ladies and gentlemen,
all right.
and gentle days and
Here we
gentle
go.
noes.
What is that?
18.
No, it's a 13.
Shit.
13, but
What's your
plus
plus?
7. Plus 7, so it's a
Now it's
30.
20. Dirty 20.
A little nasty 20.
Yeah, dirty, filthy, nasty 20.
Yeah, you like that? You like that paint? You like that paint?
I'm just gonna finger
So-
paint.
You're able to transcribe this map down. One thing you notice, so
Might need
you
to.
see everything there. If you were to study it extensively, I think you'd be able to kind of see some things. There's not a lot of distinguishing distances other than the reference of the map underneath of the island. And that this tunnel situation goes under the water to the mainland.
What?
Oh, God.
Or interacts with it in some way, but you know it like interacts and overlaps with the water leading back to the mainland.
Could be like Chesapeake Bay Bridge.
So you would get the sense that this is a very large tunnel system. There are no distinct features or labeling of what they are or what's in them, just loose boxes and shapes and turns, basically, but there's no directions, there's nothing like that. It just shows that in front of you, but you're able to see it.
Okay.
Are you gonna show me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd see her doing
I
this,
see
I'm
it.
sure.
Yes.
Okay.
And you see the map too in front of it, like you see that's kind of happening. But you all are, as you see the distance of these chairs away from each other, because the blocks on the floor are technically the five foot blocks, so those are distances of everything else. It'd be hard to see what she's doing unless you stood up. And I know I sound very ominous when I say all this stuff because
I'm scared.
I like to keep
still.
everything kind of fun. You're sitting in these chairs. You transcribed this map to the best of your abilities. You got a dirty 20. You did well. You did well. There was nothing you could decipher from it with that roll. You just focused more on making sure that you got everything right and the distancing and making sure you didn't mistake like, oh, this for that, like this left or this right, or like, because it's a very complex system. And I'd say you did very well. Roll that paper up, put it into a satchel for yourself. You know that this might come in handy with you. And while you're doing that, because you're focusing on painting this and you're focusing, you notice the sconces and this room and this table, which is the most descriptive on that map that's being shown. Mm-hmm. And you look over at the wall that Lua cried in the corner of in our last session, and you see no door, no opening, no creases.
Just.
Where the sconces were.
Where the sconces are, you see two sconces.
Oh, but that's where I saw the. Do I still see it?
Yes,
Okay.
you see those.
There's supposed to be a door there, though.
It was
According
just
to
a,
the
Based on the map, there should be an opening there, but you don't see an opening, you see a wall. So you become aware of that from transcribing this map, and you have a map now.
Okay.
So good use of that. That's really great.
Yay.
How would y'all like to proceed from there?
Can I roll my knowledge?
I will work on giving you a map of that.
Okay.
Can I roll my
Next
knowledge
time.
geography?
Knowledge geography?
Yeah.
What are you trying
I
to...
want to suss out if I know that there are tunnels connecting the mainland.
I would say that's more of a knowledge local, maybe.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
think your knowledges are pretty...
They're fun.
They're pretty similar. All like
Really
no
smart.
matter. You got all of
I'm
them.
really good.
Bards are knowledge as book. Street smart's like a bitch, ready to go.
They ain't ready for me.
A good bitch.
Not ready for me.
Nah, Not ready.
Bitches.
Not ready.
They ain't
Not
ready.
ready.
They
Not
ain't
ready.
ready. They
Yeah,
ain't
try
ready.
try
They
the
ain't
knowledge
ready.
local to see like maybe
Where's your booger dice?
if you
Booger dice.
heard of it, something like that.
Did that wind up somewhere else?
Speaking of, did you see them watermelons?
What?
Talking post.
I don't know where
Talking post.
Talking post. Yoink. Thank you.
Where'd our sound guy go?
Oh, I didn't know he was real.
sound
I
person.
thought I was I thought I was imagining that.
Buddy?
Let's all wish him here. Nope. I'm just a figment of my imagination.
We don't have the spell wish yet.
There are wishes.
It's too powerful for us right
It's
now.
one of the it's the most powerful spell you can get. You can literally do anything. Honestly, too powerful. If you're an oracle at level 20, you can cast wish freely a few times per day, which is insane.
12 plus 10, that's 22. 22 knowledge local.
Knowledge local. You have heard myth of an underground system that is not used to be kind of a smuggling situation for the city to the mainland.
That makes
You have
sense.
heard of like stories of this passive, but being like, that's folk tales. That's whatever. Not really
just
real.
something drunk
But
customers talk about.
you know that it leads back to. It was talked to about leading back to the mainland, and somewhere on this island. So now you're kind of seeing the situation. You're like, oh fuck, maybe.
Maybe we're in there.
Maybe that's
Went down
something real.
a long set of stairs.
Another thing that you have heard with that is like these tunnels are no longer used for that sort of situation. It's more like taken over by something more sinister,
Demons.
potentially, or maybe even more sinister.
And demons?
But these tunnels, as myths in that time,
Yeah,
were
More sinister.
more smuggly, practical, but no longer. But again, it was stories, myths, things that you tell people. Like treasure hunters love to think about it, never found it.
I mean, we get scoundrels in the club,
But,
you know?
yeah.
And I just, they get drunk and they talk and they're like, oh, I wish I could find those tunnels. I bet there's still, I don't know, I'm going, yard treasure. There's treasure in them tunnels.
With that knowledge check too, like you're looking around this room and it's ransacked, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a couple options in your head that you think about. It's like, okay, was this used for this? And then at some point they got found out and they just cleaned everything out.
And left it.
Or are people still using this? And also, why is this room have elements of some level of planar existence when that doesn't do anything potentially for smuggling between cities? Or
To the
has that evolved at that point to where maybe they're trying to smuggle from other planes of existence as well, and maybe that's part of it? There's a lot of different options that come to your head here, but it doesn't quite all add up. But one thing you do know with that knowledge check is I have heard of this loosely. I don't know any specifics, but now that I'm looking at this, there is some level of truth to it,
Okay.
which is pretty interesting. Kind of exciting probably for Lua.
I'm pretty excited.
You know, this is like, it's like a person, it's like think about like,
All my time
what is
of
it?
listening is really paid off.
Like Atlantis or something, or
Yeah,
Atlantis, where it's just like, oh fuck, it's here. Like I know it. Oh wait, we finally this is real. This
could
is
be
proof.
proof.
This is proof. This is proof of something. It's like now
is
I get
proof.
to do this. Like this is so exciting. This is better than like what I wanted. Oh, what I was doing. I can't wait to do it. Like it's like kind of exciting when you see it. Even though there's no X marking a spot on there, there is something here that is mysterious and seemed to be myth, but it's now
I've been looking
proved
change
to
things up
have
for
a
while.
level of real.
Truth to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a very
That was good.
long explanation for that, but you get all that.
What would you like to do next?
I'm trying to decide if it's safe for me to stand up. I was the last.
We're
I was the
all
last-
trying to decide that.
I was the last one to sit down, so maybe I can.
Should we stand up or backwards from the way we sat down?
That's what I was wondering.
That sounds like a good idea. I don't know. I'm just feeling that's a good idea.
Only one way to find out.
I'm gonna stand up.
You stand up
You
first
stand up
and
first?
see if anything happens. Stand up. Go. I mean, I'm just leaning on the concrete chair. Like, you go. You okay? You okay?
Sorry, just the
Nothing
snot
happens.
rockets are
Everything's
giving me the
fine.
bubble guts. Before you
You're
stand
okay.
up, I'm gonna maybe like putting it on the chair, which is probably magical in some way. I'm gonna like, hey, hang on, stay right there. I'll be right back. I like don't
Where
get
you
a cramp.
going?
I'm just going over to the other chair. Don't worry. So I'm gonna go to the other chair where the cabinet is. Can I open it now?
Yes, you can.
Open it on the chair. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm
Because like I
here,
would like to.
and the cabinet
like-
is here.
Yeah.
You're gonna look over
Yeah, so
here.
it's there and it's still holding the weight, and I don't want you to get up without it, because in case that's
In case it locks it for some reason.
or a trigger. Yeah, because I think that the trigger. Well, I also think that maybe there's something magical about the chair that kind of disarmed the creature thing. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna open the cabinet.
You see 2 doors on the front of it that you click open.
Like
and
you
just-
pull the nipples of it.
Yeah. And you open it up. You look throughout and you see 2 things immediately. You see a piece of paper and you see a dark, polished amulet sitting on top of it.
What is it?
It's just a piece of paper and some amulet.
Is it blingy?
I feel like I have no choice but to go and just grab them.
Whew.
Kim?
Woof.
Do you have?
They call me the
do you
reckless
want to
I'll roll perception.
Do you want to roll anything else about? So you pick up this amulet. It's on a chain. It just kind of swings over,
Yeah.
and you see kind of these.
Describe it more. Like,
It's decorated in ornate silver around it, and a very smooth, dark, broken gems crystal within it that, as it swings in the light, almost whispers, like you can hear it,
Spooky.
but you feel nothing dangerous as you're holding it. Does anyone do you have, well,
detect magic.
not that, no. Use magic device, something like that. Does anyone have that? I
You
think
do.
Lua
Yes,
has that.
I
You
do.
don't have that.
I just want to get it out of the
Cabinet.
cabinet before I lift the cabinet
Cool.
with Lua, in case there's like a.
So you have that,
Okay.
and you have a
You're gonna look.
I'm gonna
piece
just
of you have
stash
a
'em.
piece of paper.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take those out and stash them. That's all I find. Do I roll a higher perception?
Do you roll a perception for the inside?
The inside, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Bah.
I didn't know you rolled perception initially when you looked in.
Oh, that sucks. 4 plus 9, so 13. Not that great.
You don't notice anything, but it seems a little.
Ominous?
Seems like like this case is a little too protected for only these things to be there.
Okay.
The piece of paper that you pick up is written in Infernal,
What is it?
and it is a letter.
Well,
And
this
you can't read any of that. I don't think Varys can read Infernal, but you notice at the very end it is signed M.
Again.
Can I, okay, here's the thing. I'm not the best person to be going through the cabinet right now, but
Can I get up?
Well, I'm gonna grab the cabinet.
Does she get up?
I have those things.
What would Lua do? Would Lua like wait for instruction to get up, or would she just fucking stand up?
I'm gonna wait for instructions, Coach.
Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna grab the cabinet and be like, I got a couple things. I think there's more in here. We might try some other, if you have some magic to spend on this thing, I think that might help. But we're gonna lift on the count of 3, okay?
No, I'm still sitting. You have to lift the cabinet up before I can get up. I just feel that way.
No, you have to do it at the same time.
What?
You have to do it at the same time. That's how we sat down. It might not matter. I don't know. But, like, let's just... Are you ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. And I lift it up.
And I lift it up.
And I gotta roll to make sure I do it well.
Yeah.
Oh, nat 20, baby. Oh.
You stood up good. I stood up good. We're all standing up good. Standing up real good.
Lua just managed to stand up before you lifted that up, and nothing happened.
Oh, really?
But just to know,
The money maker.
if you did it at the same time, or if you lifted that cabinet up before Lua stood up, that would not have been good.
Okay. Well, how about I put it back down then?
No, we're
You
good.
literally
we're
are good.
We're good.
I'm gonna put it back down.
Don't
okay,
do it.
Sorry, I'm just like way too I'm thinking too hard about all the clues.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna
You put it back down.
Moving away from the table.
Luckily, that was
Man,
the
you
correct
made it
order
seem
where it
like-
was first.
Oh, it was. So it's okay.
So it's okay.
That clue about no one could sit alone was just really the no one
in your brain.
God, anyway, I'm gonna put it
No
back
one,
down
no
so
one
we
could
can-
sit alone to get everything. You notice the map and everything is gone as soon as you sat up.
Good thing you fucking paid attention.
Yeah,
All that information that you had, that shows when everyone's sitting down.
yeah.
That shows when everyone's sitting down.
What?
But the second that one stands up, it disappears.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. The what? The map or the
Everything on the
clue?
table.
The clue?
The map.
The map.
The
yeah,
glowing
yeah.
piece
No,
in the
you-
middle.
Never mind.
Needle. All right.
Okay. All right.
You're good.
I
You put the cabinet back down.
Sorry
It
for
sits
all
in the seat. Nothing goes wrong.
I've really
Everything's
overanalyzed
fine.
everything about this, but yeah, I think. Okay.
That's good. Better over than under.
All right.
Unless it's a reach around, then it's fine.
I've put the cabinet back down. We've discovered that that's okay. So now you can help me go through it because you actually know how to deal with magic shit. Maybe are we ready? Should we take a little break right now and then come back and rifle through our little cabinet here, our little 19th century apothecary,
Yeah, let's.
and see what we can find.
We could take a break.
Roll for
Okay.
break.
Roll for break.
Magic 8 Ball said yes.
She got to use the litter box. You know what I mean? Like.
Okay. We'll take a break.
Cute.
So, yeah, we'll be right back. happen.
And we're back from the litter box.
Yes.
It was a shared time, very intimate, but we're ready to hit the second half and maybe get the hell out of this room. So for a small recap on what just happened, I'm sending it over to Varys because she has been in puzzle mode, and we gotta get the hamster wheel. No, the cat treadmill. No, the cat tree of her mind working again. Go ahead.
Yep.
Where are we?
We took a long time to solve this puzzle and try to figure out this cabinet. We tried every option other than the obvious ones, but that's how D&D goes. I think everyone who's played before knows that this is kind of more the realistic version of it. So we finally figured out how to use the chair puzzle and found a cool map, which was recorded, and now we have access to this cabinet, tentacle free, even though we kind of probably may have wanted to use those for our own ulterior purposes. But anyway, I'm gonna thankfully we're free to explore the cabinet at the moment.
And we do know some contents thus far. 2 contents.
Yes, we found there's a note and an amulet that I'm gonna bring in my more magically inclined friend that I've recently pissed off to help
So
me
it
out
is
with.
an infernal. Would one of you tell me what tongue that is?
So infernal's separate
A sharp
from
one.
Infernal's separate from abyssal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like tieflings speak infernal.
That's what I was gonna guess.
And then like abyssal is more like plainer demonic language.
Well, I've got body counts that go across all species, and I'm just good at picking stuff up. So maybe I'd like to use my
So you come up and I'm gonna show you like, hey, this is I might need some help. This
Why
is
does
like,
M write in so many different languages?
can you read this? I can
Why
tell.
indeed?
It's infernal, you said?
This one is an infernal.
Okay. So I think we've made it canon that you know abyssal.
Kind of a coded infernal.
Okay. It's kind of how the other one was, though.
Exactly.
Do you want to know? I mean, you probably have some
Ooh.
language slots,
I
but
do.
that's whether or not you want to.
I do. I'm nosy as hell.
Do you, as a bard, have anything that helps you read languages that you don't know?
You might have a.
Because I will throw it out there that bards have that option, but I believe it is a spell.
Linguist. Oh, is that?
I don't think you.
But I wouldn't say that you probably have that right
I don't
now.
think you have it. No. No. I mean, I feel like we might have to.
Just making notes
Okay.
about just some points.
For now, you could try your skill. Now, linguistics. Your linguistics. You could try it. It's not as strong, but.
I'd like to try.
I feel like it might be a thing that DM willing we could revise our spell list because none of us
DM
have played a
willing.
bard before. It was like kind of throwing it together. Maybe we're figuring out
I'm
what's actually functional.
I'm gonna throw them together.
You're still
Kinda
picking your
gal.
spells. I'll allow you. I'm not going to allow this all the time, but if you want to, if you can find something like that
Well, not
allows
right
you
now.
to be able
we
to
won't do it
decipher, that's fine.
situationally. That's not
Yeah.
fair. But
I mean, it's hard to find
Close.
and everything,
Yeah,
but
close.
it's
Close.
okay.
Okay. Well, I
Just
think
thinking about spells that seem to be, because it
Yeah.
seems to be there's a lot of different dialects that are going on.
we're gonna talk before I chain
being
you
able
back
to actually
up.
decipher, there's a lot
in
of
the
letters
closet.
going on. So that's
Yeah.
a good option too.
there is a spell, and I think it's a pretty low level spell that's like you can basically read and write, or you can understand any language.
I do be right.
But you can always do your skill check to try and see if.
Well, I'll take a gander at this here note. I see that M is the M clear as day and just across the board.
The M is clear as day.
Because it's a signature, right?
So yes,
Just
and
like Selvig's.
and it's M, and M is common.
And
The
M,
M in this situation is written as a common M.
M was in Selvig's note where he was a failure. Someone named Adaran, the Triumvirate, and the Black Prism.
Yeah, that's.
I was able to suss that out. And the handwriting's the same, even if it is in a different language?
The handwriting is the same.
Okay. So M
Yes.
is, this
Yeah.
is from
good.
M.
Good question. Good looking out for that. The handwriting is the same.
So let's see. Tiefling. All right. I rolled a 16 with a modifier of 7. Can I suss out some of this code?
Do you have any way to suss it out?
My big, beautiful eyes.
Girl, that don't work in Pathfinder.
I think it's less about the code and about understanding
Well, for something.
the language itself.
It's understanding the language itself.
'Cause there's like the
Explain.
language.
What languages do you have?
I don't think we figured out what
Common and
languages she has.
Elvish, for sure.
She has
Common and
more than
Elvish.
that.
And
I thought that
then
you
a little
had
bit of Abyssal,
a little
because-
Abyssal you have. Yeah, so you can
Yeah,
like
because that
understand some
hookup.
Abyssal, not like fully fluently,
I
but
don't
you do
think-
understand
What
it.
if I banged horny Marjorie once? It was a lapse in judgment.
I think.
Ragni mad. Big mad.
Here's the thing. What's your intelligence
So,
level?
do you want to roll? I like this option if you'll hear me out for this.
Okay.
You obviously have interacted with horny Marjorie, right? Who is a tiefling, and she probably maybe would have tried to throw some infernal at you, maybe teach a little bit, stuff like that.
There's some
maybe
downtime at
maybe
the
she
club.
knew, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe you did. Do you want to roll to see
If I retained any?
if you retained enough to be able to pick pieces, at least a little bit, for me to give you a gist of this letter or not?
My intelligence is 17, if that matters at all.
What's with your
Wh-
modifier?
which of
3? I think you get 3 extra languages other than the ones that are granted to you
Okay.
by just being your species
My
in
race.
class.
Okay.
Yeah. Those
I think
are-
you would have broken infernal in this
Yeah.
situation, but we're gonna just do this live and make you roll for it.
Yeah.
Just to see if you
Don't wanna
retain.
be too
But like, do you want to
situationally
just
OP.
like just go through and be like, oh, do you want to do an intelligence thing? Do you want to do like what do you want to roll? What plus do you want on this roll? Basically, if you want to look through your skills or something.
Well, what?
I can hear that whisper, and I am.
What would make sense for your?
There's no reason to not trust me here.
I do.
Lies.
Master.
I heard the whisper.
It could be a knowledge. It could be a knowledge local, or maybe a diplomacy.
How about knowledge, mentor, friendship, horny Marjorie?
You know what? Yeah, let's do a diplomacy.
Okay.
As like when horny Marjorie and you interact with horny Marjorie, let's like just do a roll to see like
like
how
a roll.
attentive you were listening to her and retaining. So we'll do a diplomacy as
respect
like
her.
you being,
Okay, your diplomacy.
because it's like something where it's like you're
Nine.
being a good person to this person, like you're hearing her out. You're not like doing it to be
At least a
fake
bigger-
friend or whatever or make face. Like you actually cared
I
to
feel like
listen.
she's a bit of a mentor for me.
Yeah. So let's
Yeah.
just run with that, and we'll do a diplomacy to see like how well you were like fully attentive listening to be good with her.
12 with
That's not bad. What's
12
your
and 9.
diplomacy is 9?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
21.
Okay, 21. Okay, cool. So you have a little bit of this is coded, so you don't know the full letter fully.
Okay.
I have a broken down letter from this that is it's much smaller, but there are things that you were able to kind of transcribe out of this.
Okay.
Okay. And these are not broken sentences. I'm gonna give you like full things, okay? So I can repeat this as much as you want.
Okay.
The very beginning says, to the handler of the undertow. I'll go slow so I know you guys are writing this down.
Okay.
The breach has worsened.
Okay.
Altheron
Him again.
failed to return, comma.
COMMA.
And preliminary signs suggest his mind and loyalty have been compromised.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
No, keep going. You got it.
Okay. Go ahead.
A long form dude, M, huh?
Huh?
Real long form dude.
I'm hoping I can just read this. I can read this like rapid fire chicken scratch later.
Yeah, I'm trying to go slow here. Containment protocols have failed.
What in the fallout?
What the fuck's going on here? And then a line break.
No.
One name echoes into the void. Selvek.
He's dust now. Let me look at what was in Selvig's case. Failure. Adaran, triumvirate in the Black Prism. Okay.
The last line before signed M says, find the case, retrieve it discreetly, and burn the trail. Did y'all get that too?
So,
We're all in the mystery together.
Selvig obviously took a gay lover who was scorned, and he wanted his clothes back after he got kicked out. But they were locked into a lease together.
Damn it, now I gotta start over!
Why would you say that?
I don't know. He pissed me off.
There's no reason to call someone gay, okay?
We're
We're accepting here.
Those are the lines that you're able to...
We are.
There are other lines.
Flirt style. Oh my god.
There are other lines in this. These are the ones throughout that you're able to piece together and know for certain that's what they say. Okay?
Thank you, Marjorie, wherever you are.
Yep.
Hope you're
But there's-
somewhere.
But there's
God, I
others.
hope you're
There's other
somewhere.
lines that are a little more like.
There are more lines.
Okay.
There is more to it.
I wonder who Adaran.
And one other thing pinned to the bottom of this letter
Okay.
is a feather.
Huh.
A red feather.
Yeah, draw a feather.
And Lua, you would recognize this feather.
I would.
It is a feather that you noticed on some outfits
A boa?
that belonged or were worn by horny Marjorie.
This is a big red boa. She come out, she was shaking around her horns, do a little bit of this. Oh, Marjorie. Oh no.
Is there anything else that you would like to do at this cabinet?
I need to, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Yes.
And what would those be, young lady?
I feel like there's more
Shoot.
to this cabinet. Can you
Not detect.
may have used that spell enough?
Use magic device. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
So the use magic device.
I'll hand you the amulet as well.
So it's fine when you touch it, huh? I'm gonna touch it with my not butthole hand.
That's fine. Nothing happens.
Honestly, I probably have
You do
something that
feel a
looks like
sense and a
this.
hum of magic from it. Your butthole hand does not react to it whatsoever, even at the distance.
Okay.
Not quite, not strong. But you detect some stuff. So if use magic device, for example, if that's what you were thinking, that would be something if you want me to give you more descriptive elements to this
Ooh, okay. Hold
this
on.
piece of equipment, then I'll be able to do that.
Would that be? Ooh. Could I
On skills at the very bottom.
Of this? What I'm looking at?
What are you looking for?
On skills. Oh no.
Skills.
Go to
back.
go to your skills, your skill list. Use magic
yeah.
devices at the bottom. So that'll be kind of a roll to see if like you can decipher what this item
Use magic device.
might be.
I was just trying to read.
You have a sense, just
Okay.
like
Roll for-
taking
roll?
it. You know, like you
that-
have a sense that there's
is
some
that bugger
magic
roll?
things about it. Yeah.
That's your modifier for it. Oops,
Yeah, go
sorry,
for
not
it.
That one.
So you have a sense that there's some magical qualities about this, or something about it. So
11 plus 9.
320.
Dirty.
Cool. So you have a good sense of what this is. I'm gonna go ahead and name it as well.
Give it a
So
name.
you could,
Give it power.
whoever wants this. It's called a Whisper Shard Amulet.
A lot of whispers here.
This is a Void Crystal Pendant.
Spelled that wrong.
If adorned, if worn, you get some things. Once per long rest, you can cast Detect Thoughts.
Ooh, okay.
Big spell.
Cat, detect thoughts. Detect thoughts.
Detect Thoughts.
Hey, boy. You know what I'm saying?
With that, you have a 10% chance of hearing a void whisper instead.
Is that bad?
Could be.
Or just a...
It's basically, it's like 10, it's a very low chance. So like you'll roll a percentile dice, and from like 1 to 10, if you roll a fucking 10 and below, your intention of hearing someone else's specific thoughts
Something else
is not going to happen, and something else comes through.
It's
It
just
channels. It's like
muddy in my channel.
it's like you're like trying to find the right station on an old radio, and you just didn't
Trying
get
to
it
find
right.
boobs on the rabbit ears, but
Exactly.
the Price is Right song. It comes through, and it's like, I
Yeah.
wasn't looking at you, Bob Barker.
Something else comes through. And you'll be aware that it's something else. It's not the same, or
Maybe I'll
we'll play that by ear as that goes. With that as well, if you do fail that and you hear void whispers, you make a will save.
Okay.
Okay. Just write this down. It's a DC 12. So you have to roll higher than a 12 will save, or you take -1 to perception for 1 hour.
Oh wait, sorry. I was looking at something.
No, it's okay. She's writing it down. This is just the item of the pendant.
Amulet.
Okay, if you do hear the void whisper.
Pendant amulet, yeah.
I'm
If you hear the void whisper, that's what happens. So that's what this is. So like this gives you the ability, like basically once per day, if you're resting in between, to cast Detect Thoughts. And Detect Thoughts is a very awesome, powerful spell, very useful too, if you have it adorned. But there is that very, very small chance, but it's not impossible.
So if I wanted to pop this bad boy on, it's not the worst thing.
It's not the worst thing, and you could pop it on. You could put that in your inventory, and you can have it, and we could put that in your app later and have it all set as well.
I mean, why put
But-
it in a bag when I might as well be blinged out?
Yeah. Do you want to adorn it?
Pop it on. If if my butthole hand ain't scared, neither am I.
All right, cool. You pop it on. Nothing happens immediately. You pop it on. You are now wearing
Better than that last
the.
rock I touched.
You are wearing the Whisper Shard amulet.
Okay.
Cool. Add that to your inventory, and we'll take care about that more.
Okay.
Intensely, professionally later on
will.
the application, and we'll be good.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm sharded.
Then the letter. And Varys, you were saying that you felt that there was more to this cabinet. Is that what you're saying? And
Yeah,
you
can
wanna
I
do
roll
more to
another
it?
perception or another? Can I do maybe disable device or something?
You could do.
you allow me
you
to
could
do
do
that?
perception.
Another perception.
Yeah, if you want to do another perception, for sure.
So excited.
15 plus
That's pretty big,
9.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
All you guys have +9s on fucking all these shits. That's
We're
great.
very
Yeah.
smart. Dancers are very smart.
It's
Some
cool.
of the smartest people you know.
Because we're just starting out. These are great.
So
24.
Yeah, 24. Yeah. That.
As all these other items are out and Lua is deciphering them and figuring out, she adorns this pendant. And you are in this cabinet like, there has to be something else here. And you're kind of looking around and you notice in the back an inset, you feel a line, and you go, and it pops out. And as you open it, you see a really banged up tin box that's about this big, like a 2x3.
Postcard. Less than a postcard.
Like this?
Yeah, that's a good size reference for that. Honestly, let's just say it looks exactly like that.
This is the box that was in the secret.
Yeah, that's a great box. But tin.
Okay.
So that's what you find behind a secret compartment within this cabinet. And with that perception as well, you notice that that is the only secret compartment within this cabinet. And you find a tin box. It's not sealed. It's not locked. It's like a friction lid seal. Okay?
Okay. Am I able to open it?
Yes, you are.
You gonna pull
Okay.
that thing?
All right. What do I?
You open it and you see a smooth, very similar crystalline pattern, shifting void pattern. In the shape, like black, smooth, obsidian-esque, very smooth. In the shape,
Crystal?
this crystal thing that's in there. There's
Okay.
only
It's
one
raw.
thing in there. It's raw.
It's a rock.
Oh, rock.
It's a
Yeah,
rock.
it's a rock, but it's like it's smooth.
raw.
It's got a shape. It's a specific shape. It's hard for me to describe. I'll draw it
draw it
up
later.
I'll draw it up for you guys. But it has like 2 nodules. So like think about like, God, I wish I could. This is hard to describe. So it's like 2 things that kind of go up
beg your pardon.
and then are linked in. So there's like 2 tongs linked in the middle, and then the top is like a jagged ring. And I can draw it real quick on your notebook real
thank
quick if
you.
you want. Yeah, I can do that really quick. So it
But
looks
black obsidian-y?
Yes.
If there's a ring at the top, I imagine it being kind of a pendant. You know,
I was gonna
like
say,
it's meant to be put
Do
on.
I have a? If I have a necklace and you have a ring, then we're friends forever.
best friend lockets?
The
We'll beat
spon-
it,
the
beat
spon-
it.
The SpongeBob. It's the best friend forever. Oh,
Oh.
That's the shape. Okay.
is it?
Okay.
Is this roundy round or is it kind of flat?
Jagged round. Oh, like smooth. It's all smooth.
Okay.
Okay. It reacts similar to the pendant you're wearing, but you also feel upon seeing it, when you were to look at it, I don't think you've looked at it yet, Lua, that they don't feel like the same purpose, the same thing, but maybe from the same thing item. And you're aware, being working with magic items and stuff, and things like pieces of magical items, some things are used for different purposes, but they bring something to the table.
You're saying they have a common ancestor, perhaps.
Yes, they have a common, like, where they come from,
Same-
but
same,
it doesn't mean that, like, you wouldn't look at this and be like, oh, it's the same thing as what this amulet does. You would understand that these
purpose.
Oh, is the amulet?
items and like
amulet's what I'm
pieces
wearing.
of like
with the note.
like magic items pull.
Why was this hidden and not just in the box? What's in the box?
Nothing else is in that box. Or in the tin box?
No, just
Just
the
that.
cat. No, just like why was that in a hidden compartment and not just with the amulet and the note?
Why indeed.
More questions than answers
Yeah, that seems to be the theme for everything.
all the time.
But it just keeps getting more and more and more and more and more.
And keep
Which is
running,
wonderful for me
running,
because I get to
running,
have all the webs of everything that I get to tie back together and
My
everything.
notes are extensive.
I appreciate that y'all take so many notes. And you remember the names.
Yeah.
Because you had this note and the note from before that referenced multiple of the same names. And you're like, oh, and the sign M. That is consistent, right? Mm-hmm. There are
Is it
things that are...
Marjorie?
Horny Marjorie. Use her government.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and just say this, like, after some time, we'll take the 20, that you look throughout the extent of this cabinet as well. There's nothing else in here than what you have found right now, okay? And I'm going to give y'all the floor at this point.
Okay.
Like, the hell is that?
Which one?
No, the spiky one.
It's gonna probably fall under the category I can touch it.
Yes.
Okay. So this you can probably like use it to like rub along yourself like that.
Your hand is burning as you are holding it.
Okay, just kidding. No, don't tell me.
Not burning bad, just subtle.
Huh.
If you want to roll a perception,
I would love to.
because it seems very familiar, I can tell you.
Do you want to use your...
Yep.
Yeah. It's attuned to you.
Sorry, I just been really stressed. Boop-a-doop. That's a 3.
No.
I can't phone it in. I don't know.
It's
I don't know
okay.
what it is.
It's all right. You've been through a lot emotionally. Lua's been through a lot emotionally. It's very complicated. It's complex. Like, the relationship between her and Varys is honestly on the rocks right now more than it has been before. And this is a very newfound relationship that happened literally less than one night. So,
We're about 9
you know,
hours in.
Lua loves really
How do you wanna
fucking
celebrate
hard
a
and
10-hour
immediately. And Varys showed like a moment of like fighting back
Frustration.
and frustration and seriousness, and I know that hurt Lua very badly.
Sensitive wall.
So that's still kind of fresh, and maybe like there are some things that Lua could have noticed, but she was so focused on that, and there's a lot of weight on that and importance to that in her and what she finds very important.
Are clouding my judgment.
Yeah. So with that role, no, you don't really recall. There's some sort of familiarity with it, but you can't recall exactly why. Okay. There you go.
Well, you remember how I talked about Marjorie and I gave you some of her clothes and they're really tight. They look good. Yeah. Anyway, so I worked with her a long time, so I know. I know some of this. This is in Infernal.
She was a tiefling, right? Mm-hmm. Is it possible that
She didn't write this
M
though because there would
stands
be
for
cigarette
Marjorie?
holes on this.
I mean, she could be two different people. She could be pretending to be somebody when she's in the club, and then someone else when she's not. Like, she could be disguising. Like, she could be like.
All I know is
She could be masterminding this whole thing.
I haven't seen
I
her
mean, why
in
did she
weeks.
go missing? We assume that something bad happened to her, but maybe she's behind
And
it all.
Ragni's really been on the rag since she's been gone because he's not getting his Ragni rags rocked, you know? Everybody knew.
Wait, were they fucking?
Oh, yeah.
Were they fucking or were they just conspiring together? I mean,
I
could be
saw the
both.
way
Could
it
be
wa-
both. I'm not excluding both, but I'm just saying, like.
Word
like,
just gets
what
around.
What if she's more than.
She got the
You
best
think she
stage
is?
times.
Okay. Okay.
And it's seniority, but come on. I saw what she did on his stool once. He doesn't let anyone touch a stool.
What did she do on.
I like it. You know, she's got like little tricks. Spin around on the. I'll show you later. There's actually a really cool stool
I've got
trick.
a lot to learn.
You know, but I haven't seen her, and he's been all down in the dumps and taking it out on us. Like, you need to be here on time, you know. But when she is here, it's easy to like skirt by. But I haven't seen her, and she certainly didn't know old cervix or anything.
Did
also, this paper doesn't have cigarette holes burned in it.
Did Marjorie take a specific liking to you?
Yeah, she was
Like more than anyone else?
You know, she's always go, oh, honey, I really think you got what it takes to make it in the industry. I don't like when a lot of new girls come in here, but, you know, I'll show you there too. And yeah, that's what she sounds like. She's a sweetheart, really.
You ever think that maybe she mentored you more for a reason outside of
You know, some people
just
actually think I'm
patronage?
likable. Sometimes.
Look, it's okay. Like, you have to be smart. You should know better. You're like, you work in this, and you know people are gonna do that to you.
Marjorie was real nice to me. Made me a cake on my birthday. For my 150.
For your 150.
It's a big year.
150.
That's a big year.
Like cat ears. Well, I'm not trying to like.
But I don't know anyone else by the name of M.
I mean, I'm not. It's like it's just a initial. Who knows? Oh yeah. Well, we lost our deal. Okay, it's just you and me now.
Okay.
All right.
So anyway.
Look, I'm not. It's just
She's been gone
You
for-
should be suspicious. You should be always like worried about people like fucking you over. You should always be thinking about that. Does that not make sense? Like that.
Usually when people fuck me over, it's pretty obvious.
Well, some people like to do it not obvious because it's easier that way. It's easier when they're not obvious. That's the whole point.
And it's harder to make a real friend.
Because if you know about it, well,
She's no spring. Is there fantasy chicken?
look, like you shouldn't trust her. You shouldn't trust me. You shouldn't trust anyone. You trusted me way too fast. You have no idea who I am.
And now we're in a hole together.
We are.
Alone.
Listen, I could tell you. I just think, look, you shouldn't trust me.
Okay.
And you shouldn't trust Marjorie.
Oh, well.
Hey, Lua, while this is happening, I want you all to keep talking. I want you to roll a d6 for me, okay?
Is that the butt? No, it's standard. Oh, I like this one. This one's also kind of
Yeah.
boogery in a different way.
Roll me a d6. Tell me what that number is. Don't add anything to it, just a flat d6, okay?
3.
3? Okay. Y'all keep talking.
Like, I can tell you right now, I don't mean you any harm. I like you
I don't
enough.
think so.
Well, I hope so. But yeah, but that's the point. You don't know me at all. You don't know me from anyone else. We just met, and you shouldn't think like that.
I just think
That's
I have
like,
a good
you have
judge
no
of
idea.
character.
Well, you trust Marjorie, and I certainly don't.
You haven't
And
met
that's a
Marjorie.
problem.
You're gonna love her if she comes back.
If I meet her, I have a feeling that there's gonna be words.
She's motherly. I have mommy issues.
You need to be more careful. You need to be more careful. You need to protect yourself. Like, I know you want to trust people and love people, and that's like, admirable in its own way, but you need, like,
You care about me?
look, I don't want you to get hurt, okay?
Varys, roll a perception check for me.
Oh, yeah. 17.
17.
Plus 9.
17 plus 9.
Yes, that's a
26.
26. Yeah.
As this is all going on, you notice
How have I been
with your ears kind of stick up. You hear a clang, a loud whispering clang on the stone floor behind Lua. That die that I had you roll was how far away it got from you.
3.
3 squares, 15 feet away.
Oh.
Before you physically saw it, Varys. And you notice this
3
item
squares
that
or
was
3
in the
feet?
tin box. 15 feet. 3 squares.
3 squares, okay.
And it is moving
What is it?
the item that was in that tin box.
The funky?
Yeah.
The funky?
Yep.
Funky.
As you were talking, it kind of like slipped out of your hand.
I wasn't paying
And it
attention
clanged.
'cause
And
I
it is
was,
actively moving towards
like magnetically.
the wall of the sconces.
All
Where
right.
I saw
And you notice this mid-conversation where y'all were at right there. So back to where y'all were at. But that's something you notice and as you're saying that.
Can I make a reflex save, or like, can I just go
No,
after it?
no. Not really a reflex thing. You're just seeing it slowly you notice it like slowly moving. So that's when you noticed it. I had her roll that to see kind of like how far.
Distance.
It's close to that wall, probably about 10 feet away from the wall, but you see it actively slowly shaking and moving that way.
Can I bound after
But with
it?
that perception, you hear your ears clink. So yes, you can. So in mid conversation, you are having this conversation. Lua is in between you and
She's looking over.
this item that is getting closer to that said wall. You can describe how you want that situation to go. She is in between you and that, okay?
I like eye contact with her, and then my eyes shift down really fast, and then I divert around and just like go for it.
Okay. How does Lua feel about that?
Well, I was gonna say that if you care about it, you can be a little more open about your feelings. Sometimes being vulnerable isn't what. I wasn't done talking. What are you doing?
Do I have to roll anything to grab it?
No.
Okay, just do that.
Varys sprints around you as you keep talking. You're like, wait, what the fuck?
Okay.
You notice
Maybe
her
vulnerability isn't your
like a
thing.
cat just like pounce on the ground, and you don't see what's in her hand yet until she kind of turns back and is holding
Someone turn on
this
illusion.
jagged item.
Yeah, I'm like, listen.
And I want you to roll perception as you're seeing that and you see this item in her hand as she shows it back to you.
4.
Plus 9.
Oh. Duh.
Not that
13,
great.
So 13.
You don't see anything distinct, but you look at this item that she's holding right at you, and then you
That
look
little thing
up.
was trying to get away.
You look up at the wall, and you see all of those inscriptions that Varys cannot see. And you see one distinct one that you didn't notice before in your tense upsetness that was going on, the conflict that you had with Varys. You see one that you didn't notice before in the very center, but you can't quite see exactly what it makes it out, but you're very interested in it. And as you would get
Sconces?
in the very center
Oh.
of that wall between the sconces, yes.
Did you pick up the thing?
Yeah,
She's holding it.
I'm looking at you, like, holding it, like,
That weird little rock was trying to get away.
yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I
No,
just,
it's fine.
all right, I think based on the map, there's a door between those sconces.
Well, looks like a door, quacks like a door, might be a door.
Maybe.
I told you. See? I mean, I didn't use my words, but I
No.
said, you remember when I said,
But Lua probably walks up to express it, and then you get closer and you see the groove right in the middle, and it's the same exact shape.
she see?
No? Just you.
And it kind of wanted to go there anyway. It was, oh man. I have an idea. But it might just be me trusting my instincts. Sometimes not great. But, so, this is a really funny shape. You see between those sconces. Whatever that is. There's a, well, I'll just show you.
Yeah.
You know what?
And Varys,
Can I
you can't
that?
see these things that she's talking about, so you're just kind of like, what the fuck is...
Give me the rock.
Okay. It sticks right in. And you see, both of you see this burst of energy, dark, greenish blue, and it creates a seam, and then right in the middle, as it just opens.
That's a good open.
Ooh.
To a long stone
Oh,
corridor.
it's pretty. See,
It's older, layered dark stone, veins of dark,
does it
dull
smell
blue
like?
crystal pulse faintly across the walls. Drips of water echo in the distance.
Too soon. With the smell.
And about 40 feet down, you see a crude metal door, and that's it. There's one thing at the bottom that's kind of illuminating as well that is not in that illustration there. This is a placeholder. There's a faint, familiar, glowing chain embedded into the floor. That's
But it's not like the
snaking down and to that door. There are no other doors or any other like ways away. It is a corridor, which as you transcribe that map, you know there is a 40-foot corridor and another room on the other side. And that's what you see.
chain like the chains that were hanging.
Yes.
They
But it's
glow the
embedded in
same?
the ground. There's no masks involved here, but it's the same. It's the same glow, everything else.
Yeah.
Well, this is all part of the same architecture.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I'm, if it's just being a dungeon crawler, but like the mirror. Did we ever really? We got the little note out of the corner.
I'll say that in the time in that room, just to throw this at you guys, you got everything that you could get out of that room. Okay?
Okay.
That note was one of the biggest hidden ones that was there.
Well,
That's there.
so it's open. And if this is gonna translate to the map, then we're gonna lay that beautiful painting out on the floor. Oh.
There's
Man.
I want 10 more minutes here. If
You
that
gotta
is
pay
allowed.
for it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the corridor you see. There is that door on the other side.
I can.
Humor me. In this illustration, this is the opening. It seems very dark. You can see in the dark, can you not?
You can.
Do you, as a half elf, have low light or?
Well, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
It's gonna be near feet, I think.
That looks very dark, but there is that
Well,
small light.
as
That's
far
why
as
you can
humans-
tell there's a door 40 feet. You can just walk
Right.
to the other
Not
side
humans, but you're probably better
and get
than me.
there.
Sorry. Repeat what you said. I'm sorry. We were.
You can see with low light vision. If you have low light vision, you can see the door on the other side.
Okay.
Either one of you, if that's what you have.
I do.
But you see that? You see one corridor.
So let's.
I want
stand
10 more
and
minutes.
stare.
What do you all want to do?
I'm gonna pick up a rock and throw it down that corridor and see if it sets off anything.
You throw it down the corridor as it clanks. And silence. Nothing. Do you want to
Sure, we'll
do?
have the Indiana
Do you want to do a
Jones
sense
situation.
motive maybe? Which I'm stretching as like a sense of
sense of
danger. Do you
motive?
want a survival check? That might be the better one.
I'll
You'd
survival
be
it.
more
You want to do a
inclined.
survival check to see how it feels.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, right.
oh.
Never mind.
Okay.
Well, mine's not great. 10
10.
total.
You don't feel any immediate sense of danger,
Can I?
but you're unnerved because
Yeah,
you're
you
not
can roll it.
quite sure. Do you have survival?
Yeah. I said yeah.
She might roll better than me. I rolled really bad.
Or do you have, do you have a plus to your survival as well? You have survival, but no plus?
one.
Plus 1? Still worth it to roll?
Or
You can do perception too, but I feel like a survival check in this might be
Oh, at 12. I put it at 12.
12.
Still higher than
It's
mine.
better.
I rolled so low.
You also feel okay. It's unnerving, the setting, and it is unknown. There's no certainty, but you don't feel danger. You don't hear anything.
Give me a pop. Let's go.
You feel like you can move forward, and
Can't
you're
go
very
back.
aware. You can't go back. There's no other option. This is the only way.
Ragni's gonna be so
Anywhere
mad that
out
I
of this
missed my
place.
shift in a couple hours.
Maybe.
All right.
I don't want to be chewed out by that.
I do have a. Can we grab like? Is there a torch or something we can grab from that room?
No, but I know
have
someone
light.
that can cast
I can cast
torch
light.
spell.
Yeah, let me do that. I guess it's like an arisen, so you
Yeah.
can do it kind of.
Because the only thing is like there's like things radiating from the walls that are embedded.
Okay.
So there's light in
There's a
here.
little
It's
light.
very low. You can
you
see
see.
Oh, okay.
as
I
you're
see.
moving
I see.
forward.
I see.
It's not like pitch black. You can
I see and I see.
Yes.
All right.
And you see only a door with similar light coming from the underneath of it. Okay.
The door at the end?
At the end is
Has
a
a
metal
little more
door.
light.
Is a metal door. Crude metal door.
All right.
As opposed to
It's about 40 feet away down this
as opposed
this
to a
hallway.
regal metal door.
Yes. Yeah. It's
I'm
not a
gonna-
regal one. There
can
are
I-
regal ones.
Can I? Okay, I'm never. Can I do like I'm gonna like be like, hang on a sec. Is there a trap? No, maybe I don't have that because that's a rogue thing. I'm a slayer, which is part
Trap
that.
sense.
Yeah, I probably don't have that.
No.
Okay. Can I roll perception for? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna. I guess I don't quite have that. I don't quite have that feature.
That's okay. You could do perception, maybe.
Yeah, I was looking
Knowledge
around.
dungeoneering
They-
is another
they-
thing about like, well, maybe like, is there any familiarity that I've had?
Yeah.
Like, is there something here that seems a little like precarious? You can do
Wait,
that.
no, let me use mine. Dungeoneering.
What do we got?
10. I rolled a 10 plus. 17 total.
17. With that roll in this situation, you don't notice any indication of like fabrication of traps. You're not seeing holes on the walls. You're not seeing
Yeah.
cracks in the walls. Like it looks like a hallway. It looks like a corridor. It
Okay.
doesn't look like something where traps are set.
Okay.
Like it feels to you like this area was like this is a magically sealed door that seems like it's a very specific way to get in and out that feels safe enough that they don't really need to trap it in this area.
All right.
Which is ominous in its own right, I guess, but also kind of like they were overly confident, maybe. Who knows? Like, who knows what it is? But you don't see anything based on everything that you've done in Varys's past. Varys, admittedly, Varys is level 4, right? Varys is level 4. She has been through some shit. She's been through some dungeons. She's been in situations. If she's trying to look for senses and like pieces of, there's a trap here, probably. She's not seeing them.
Yeah.
Is she like absolute about it based on that roll? No, but she's extremely confident about it.
Not full rogue for sure.
No, but she is extremely confident about it. She's not seeing any telltale signs that she is used to.
All right.
And maybe that's the lighting, maybe it's not, but there is a sense of calmness and also alertness as you keep going. But like you're aware of everything.
Are we taking little steps?
Maybe
You can if you'd
another
like to, that's
another
fine.
thing that I'd like randomly that I'd like to do. That's kind
She's
of
cautious.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And also reminds
She's played with me before. She's very cautious.
I keep trying to remind myself how first time playing a Slayer, trying to figure out how to use all of my specific features according. Do I notice any tracks?
That's a survival check.
That's a survival
we did
check,
that,
and I can
right?
do. What is this? I can add half my level to survival
Solid.
checks.
Okay,
So
go for it.
tracking.
Let's see if
It's-
she notices any tracks.
If this accounts for that.
Yeah.
Because I just am not trying to, I guess, see who's
Yeah,
someone gone
yeah.
through here. I probably should
Go
have done
for
that in
it.
the other
Definitely
room.
been.
Absolutely, maybe.
I feel like
How
this-
long ago? How
How
high
long
that
ago?
survival
I
check
don't
is going to really tell you're being able to distinguish time frame.
God, this is okay.
Bad roll.
Yep, 10 plus 2, 12.
12.
Thank you very much. Yep.
Hey, that's okay. What I will say is you do notice very dusty, dirty floors, and you do notice a plethora of tracks that seem newer.
Okay.
based on like, okay, like these aren't old tracks, like these are new ones. They're boots, they're humanoid.
Humans.
There are some that don't feel humanoid, clawed, some larger than others, some smaller. It's like very convoluted. It's like very overwhelming. With that roll, you're not able to really distinguish a time frame immediately because maybe it's just too dark. Maybe like maybe the magic lighting that's undulating around is like fucking with that a little bit. So it's a little hard. Maybe you're more focused on the traps ahead.
Yeah.
Because you have to move forward, but you're like taking note of that as you're moving forward. So you don't take the time to actually like really look, right? But you're seeing those.
Can I at least see that they go straight forward? There's no like jumping around for like.
You see them that they go,
Point.
okay, like that. You see consistent steps.
They're just walking.
They weren't.
You don't see a pattern. You don't
They weren't
see
like dodging anything.
You do
There's
not see
like,
that.
Places where
Indiana
rocks
does.
You
came
do
up
not.
and down,
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I'll say as you progress
Sidestepping.
forward closer to that door at the other side, you don't notice any
They just walk straight forward.
abrupt change in step. It's very like consistently moving forward, not running,
Yeah.
not like just walking gait.
Okay.
That's happening. Okay. You notice them going both ways as well.
Back and forth.
So you know that this is a back and forth. Like this is there is a place that people come from and also might go to from this setting.
Or they're gonna be upset when they can't get back into Spankies.
So you do notice that as you're progressing, but you're not noticing anything that's like off-putting in conjunction with your dungeoneering check for traps, where like you feel a little bit less unnerved. Okay.
Well, we go. I'm gonna grab you and be like, I think we can get through this hallway. I think we can. That's okay. I think we can. This hallway's fine. I think.
Looks okay to me.
I think I missed. You said there's a metal doorway at the end. Is it like a T-shaped corridor, or is it just ends at the?
One-lined corridor.
Okay.
Up
We go
to
the door.
up to a door. Okay.
Go up to the door.
You get up to the door. Crude
And I
metal
will grab
door.
your hand and be like, "This is fine. This is fine."
This
All right.
is fine.
Find the mic. There we go. Hand holding. All right. We get
I
up to
feel
the
Okay.
safe.
door.
Up to the door.
All right.
You're at the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crude metal door. Nothing happens yet. What do you do?
Is there anything? Is there any? I'm gonna roll perception, I guess, for the door. Magical lock or anything? Like maybe you should.
Does it have a hand?
Do you want to detect magic on it?
Yeah. I mean, you just the way I've understood is it's been kind of juicy all around.
You don't have to roll for detect magic. You can just do it freely. You don't detect magic on this door at all.
Oh. Does it have a handle on it?
It has a handle and a lock.
A lock.
This is just a metal door.
Can I
Crude metal door.
pull it? See if it's locked.
It is locked.
Oh. It's locked.
Is that? I could have guessed. Okay.
Perception. 12 plus.
What are you looking
9.
for?
You got
What am I
20.
looking for?
Yeah.
Gonna look. Is there anything else around? Perhaps is there a keyhole?
Did you do? You did detect magic,
look
though,
in the
right?
hole?
You did detect
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah. Oh, and I detected it.
Did that?
No, I didn't detect it. There's no magic.
There's no magic
There's
in the
no
door.
magic.
That's why I
Oh,
said.
okay, I see.
Perhaps I.
And
were
it's
to-
locked.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
Perhaps if there's a keyhole, I could look in the hole. I don't know.
You look in the hole.
Kind of having a shining moment about it.
You see a room similar to this one with a little bit more disarray, ransackness. As you're looking through the hole, a shadow comes over and you see tools go in to the lock as it
Into the lock
starts
from my
lock
from the
picking.
other side.
Yes.
On the other side.
What?
As it starts
They're trying
lock
to get in this
picking that
way?
lock.
Can I make out anything about the person doing that?
Not at all. It immediately stops and you see the keys going in. So this lock is being picked as we speak right now.
They're trying to get in here.
What do y'all want to do with that?
Go. I'm gonna You tell me this. Okay. I think like here. I'm gonna grab you. We're gonna go behind me.
They almost,
behind where the door hinges. So like
So
when
if
they open the door, we're behind
does it open
the hinge door.
Does it open us at least so we can?
It would open towards y'all.
Okay, so we're gonna get behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's press ourselves up against the wall in case they do open it.
And then I like try to position us behind where the door would hinge forward.
Okay. You do that with a little bit of time. You hear the door unlock and it creaks open. Hold on. Might as well. The door creaks open. Never mind.
With your mouth. Okay.
They walk past the door unknowing of you guys, and I didn't have you roll a stealth check because I'm just going to give it to you there because they didn't know about you there, so you took some time to reassert yourself, okay? You see someone kind of in the darkness, a stocky build, broad shoulders, like someone that wore armor for a living, walking down the hallway.
Back that way. They don't notice us at all, right?
A short, stocky build. Someone like Ragni, maybe.
Do you do anything with that? No,
Not a
now
Ragni.
I'm going to have you both roll a stealth check.
Yep, that's you. This one's been doing me dirty though.
Because...
You dirty? How?
This dice.
Oh.
3, 3, 3, 3.
All right. Hoi manoi. And that is 14 plus 5, 19.
Okay.
Doing really
Damn.
good.
My breast stopped bouncing boobily and sit still
Damn it.
for once.
Well, I rolled shitty again, but I think my stealth held.
And I'm
I
going
got
to
a
roll
15.
his perception.
Nope. Yeah, 15.
Total?
Yes. I keep rolling like ass. So sorry. All the perception has been great.
I'm bummed my music is not coming through right now for some reason, but it's okay. I rolled his perception.
And
And both of y'all, in your attempts to be stealthy, you're looking and you're on the door and you just tilt. Both of y'all tilt a little bit
Good.
much, and that door creaks a little bit, and you see him stop and he looks back at you.
wait, he can see
Both
us?
of you.
Are we still behind the door?
I thought we were behind the door.
Think about the door opening here. You're here. He's here. And you creak the door just a little bit. He looks back and he looks
You see.
He sees us?
and he sees you.
Oh.
And he goes, Varys?
What?
And we'll stop
And
there.
that's it. Happy episode 6. All right.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
Also, just for you guys, this is what he looks like.
Oh.
He hot.
Oh, he looks like the guy
He's a
from.
hot dude.
He looks
There's a
like
hot-
he's the guy from Arcane.
You're into
Arcane.
Arcane. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Vander from
You're into
Arcane.
humans?
Oh, that just. All right.
He looks like Vander
He's
from
a hairy,
Arcane.
he's hairy for
Varys.
a human.
You'll have to There's enough fur to make me happy. You'll have to show me what you're talking about.
I kind of withheld this and I wanted to do it, but I think I want to hold it back. You know what he says to you instead of Varys, just to like run it back? He goes, V?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Well, that was episode.
By Varys.
V.
How about very berry?
So he calls you V.
Oh, Doctor.
You're really prompting for a slashing right now. Like,
And,
I'm
Okay.
gonna get cat scratched.
From
like-
me, and everyone here at Dungeons and Dancers, including Varys Bueller. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see
Fuck
you next.
off, dude. Fuck
see you
off.
next
No,
week.
no,
We'll see
you're
you
definitely getting pummeled next time.